Hello, I am here on one of my favorite hikes in the region. This is in Cortland County. It is called the Virgil Mountain Loop. It is near Greek Peak, and what I'm attempting to do today is a figure 8 loop. It's pretty lengthy. It's about 8 miles or so, and we got a beautiful day here. It's early March. Birds are chirping already. Hasn't felt much like winter. Really at all. So I'm gonna start on the Orange Blaze Dave's Diversion Loop Trail, and there are actually 2 viewpoints on this hike, both spectacular. So there aren't really many, there are no mountains in central New York, as I've stated in an earlier video, so opportunities to see summits in this region are few and far in between, so when you do get them, they're great. Let's see what it looks like today. All right. This southbound trail is the Dave's Diversion Loop. It's blazed orange. And right now we're traveling through a mix of some pines and deciduous. Got some views to the east. Once you get up here, it gets somewhat flat. It's a good introduction into this loop. This is a beautiful segment of this trail right here. Got some blowdown here. This is pretty typical in late winter before the trail crews come out. So we gotta get over this. I also just picked up, some careless person tossed aside on the ground a plastic soda bottle. So I picked it up. I didn't want to leave it here. It just boggles my mind how in this day and age there are people who will still do that. Leave junk in the woods. But we got a beautiful trail on a beautiful day. Nice clear sky. We're definitely on a ridge. Again, that's looking east. We're eventually going to be heading towards those hills. The Virgil Mountain Loop is located in Kennedy State Forest. This is the same forest where the Swedish Loop is located. I hiked there a couple of months ago. So what you just saw was the first view. That's looking south over some private farmlands. So I wasn't stepping on the land, it's just the edge. But it's a great view, I think. The Dave's Diversion Trail ends at this junction with the Finger Lakes Trail. So what I'm gonna do now is head east towards the hills that compose Virgil Mountain. Definitely feels like we're in the hills here. Love the look of this. Well, I have a stream here to cross. I knew this was here. Looks like the water's flowing kind of nicely. I just passed another hiker said that you have to find the right rocks to cross, so probably gonna get my feet wet here. They do have ropes here to help, but I don't think I'll really need those. They have some on the other side, but the trail crosses here, so you really have no other option. It's getting warmer out. I'm probably gonna be taking my hoodie off soon. Probably getting up near upper 50s, near 60 right now. Beautiful spot here though, for sure. I made it across. A little waterfall over there. I love this spot. It's one of my favorites along this figure 8 loop. Incredible. Look at that. Wow. Look at this. Last time I came here, this section was dry. That was in the summer. This is all flooded out. Fortunately, the trail is right here, and for the moment, looks to be in good shape. All right, well, I spoke too soon. I had to cross that, and there was no easy crossing. I got my feet wet. I mean, nothing crazy. It's not like I'm crossing a wide river, but I think this is a little miniature floodplain in here in the middle of the forest. So, all right, gonna continue this way. All right. So coming out of that spectacular coniferous forest there, the Finger Lakes Trail crosses this. This is the Virgil Mountain Trail. I plan on returning from this direction later on, but first we're going to continue along the FLT. This is heading north. That's looking west. There's a sign. Explains it better than I do. This part of the trail, I like it because it goes through these miniature, probably spruce trees. Yeah, spruce trees. Interesting little area here. They're all young, as you can tell. The first half of this figure 8 loop has a lot of stream crossings. So if you're looking for, number one, a shorter hike, and number two, something with not as many stream crossings, you can start this hike at Odell Road, which I'm going to be walking along shortly. And then it cuts the hike about in half, so it'll be about 3 to 4 miles long. You'll still get the view of Virgil Mountain, and you can avoid all that. Although, I don't mind the challenge there, and it's also adding a really pretty lake to the hike. Okay, I'm on Odell Road. Very short road walk here. This is dirt, of course. And then the Finger Lakes Trail will bear to the right in just a little bit. Oh, it smells like spring out here with the sun out. Early March, unreal. We seem to be in a predominantly beech forest right here, young and old beeches. And this part of the trail is, man, extremely muddy. I haven't encountered much mud on this hike yet, but it looks like it might be drying out this way. I don't want to jinx myself, but the last 10 minutes or so were just a sloppy mess. So hopefully it improves. Yeah, this is all beach. Nice. You can tell the elevation's getting higher here because the trees are starting to change. Virgil Mountain is about 2,000 feet above sea level. We're almost at the top, right about like 1,800 over here. Okay, this isn't Virgil Mountain view, but this is sort of a preview of what's to come. We're looking at the edge of the property of Greek Peak Ski Resort, and there's some snow here. Probably it's artificial. They made the snow. Got some views of the distant hills there. Wonderful. Here we are, the view at Virgil Mountain. I think this is incredible. You can see for miles. All right, gonna take a break here. And then we're about 2/3 through the way through the hike. This view is actually along a power line right away, which sounds bad, but it actually isn't as bad as you would think. I'll be hiking. The trail follows. Well, the FLT continues back into the forest, continues east, and I'm gonna hook up onto the orange blazed Virgil Mountain Trail, I guess you would call it. And I'm going to take that back to the intersection from earlier and then continue along that to finish the whole figure 8 loop. The return trek on the Virgil Mountain Loop is along this double track trail, a little wider. We're heading downhill and we're heading west. Okay, I came from there. That was all downhill. Rocky, muddy, slippery, all of the above. And I'm coming out to this. This is another snowmobile trail, dirt road, and we're gonna follow this back to where I started. Okay, that was the Virgil Mountain Loop. Clocked out about 9 miles and 3/100ths, so essentially 9 miles. This is a great hike. This is one of my favorite locally. It's about an hour from where I live, just a little under. So, you know, when you do this hike, especially on a day like today, you just you feel like you've really gone into the woods on a real trek. You know, it's a good experience. It's also good practice for some bigger mountains, because this mountain is just over 2,100 feet above sea level, so that's a small mountain by comparison. But it's a great area to kind of get the heart pumping and try to get in shape. It's beautiful, a lot of different things to see. So hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Please comment, like, subscribe, CNY Trail Tales if you like what you saw. Thanks, and see you soon.